I think first of all, for me, I need to start by saying I've been so blessed to work with so many talented people in the hospitality industry. But it's really started in '97 when I joined the Palace Hotel in Sun City as a luggage porter. So I was there for some time, and then I left the Palace. I worked for Piedmont as a switchboard operator, night auditor. Then I felt the need to leave the country, and I think back then it was the coolest thing, for young people to leave the country and work abroad. And if you kind of like thought you would go abroad and you come back with bag and money, you never have to work a day in your life again. And I got a job in Ireland where I spent 12 years of my career there, and started at the bottom as a receptionist, got a scholarship to study there from the company I worked for. And when I left the company, I was the operations manager for the property. Then I came back in 2012. I just felt that I need to come and share what I've learned, or put to test what I've learned over the years in Ireland. So I came back in 2012 and rejoined Sun International as operations manager for the Boardwalk Hotel in Port Elizabeth. Then, a couple of years later, general manager for Sun International, which I assumed the position in 2019, 1st of May at the World Coast Sun. It's a lovely beach resort. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much the journey for the last couple of years. I think from the young age, I wanted to travel and see the world. And hospitality is one of the best way of doing both. Travel, see the world, and the industry is actually funding your travel. While you're working and you're earning money and you're seeing the world at the same time. That's really what I wanted, and to extend my qualification. So to tell you about my memorable moments, probably going to take you the whole day because I've got so many. But to narrow it down, I think rejoining Sun International in 2012 as an operations manager, rejoining a company that you started as a luggage porter and coming as a senior and as a position for me was great, and I'll never forget that. But my time in Ireland was very special. I think so many memorable occasions there, and I learned a lot from there. I connected with people from all walks of life. When I arrived, working in a hotel, there were too many international people in one hotel. At some point, you think you're at a World Cup stadium because you will have Spanish, South Africans, Dutch people, Portuguese, Irish, so in one place. And I got to learn different cultures. I got to connect with people from different parts of the world and make good friends. And today we still in touch with those people. So I think those two, would be things that I will never forget. Definitely. The industry got hit. If you remember, it was just before Easter. I don't think we knew what was going to come later. So I think many hotel operators will tell it that they've had a first experience of closing down a hotel. Was most of us with open hotels in and outside the country, and for you to be tested on your ability to shut down a hotel and not knowing how long it's going to take you before you operate again. And the challenge of keeping salaries going for the people sitting at home and keeping the essential operating so that you don't destroy your major essentials equipment on the property, and keeping yourself motivated and keeping your staff motivated as to say, look, it's going to be okay, and dealing with emotional issues of your team, and trying to reassure them that we're going to get out of it strong, and which we did as a team at Wild Coast, and we used this as an opportunity to bond even much more stronger. We use this opportunity as COVID to be more innovative and to change the way we do things and the way we think. So overall, COVID for us was not too bad, even though we lost in income. But every time we were given the opportunities to open doors and trade again, our business came back quicker than most of Sun International Properties. And it's because of the commitment from staff, from all levels of staff, not only management, all levels of staff that understood that every single person sitting at home that doesn't have enough hours depends on a person at work to make sure that we drive an increased business and to look after our customers so they can come back again. And second is our loyal customers. We've got a very loyal customer base domestically, so we never relied on international travelers. It's a very, very small part of our business. So historic moments and that we have with our customers that have been coming here from generations to generation, that helped us quite a bit. So you've got that connection. So most of the customers that come to us have become family, and during the lockdown we touched base with all of them, not most of them anyway, by phone call. I said, how are you doing, how are you holding up? And so we didn't lose the connections with our customers. We used the opportunity to really stay in touch with them, and either by WhatsApp message or telephone call and so forth, that we did regularly. And when we opened our doors, it was like the big reunion, with them, and they come back in numbers, and we're very fortunate we have that type of customers that they can trust us. And then we're also very fortunate that we have that kind of staff that are very committed to the cause. Those two things for us made a huge difference in terms of our success to recovery. The rest is just additional stuff. We kept doing what we do best: events in small and large scales where we're permitted to do, following all the protocols, and celebrating milestone people's birthdays and so forth, golf days, for example. So we found that a lot of our customers, they love golf, and we have one of the best golf courses in South Africa, and people enjoy playing it. It's a very challenging course. So every time we do a golf tournament, we get a very good reaction to participation. And being here, being a resort, we've got the beach in front of us. We've got open air, very safe. We've got water park. We've got a lot of activities that suits the entire family. So we found those the things to do on the property kind of plays a role as well. People know they can come here and park their car, and they'll see their car next when they go home. And COVID protocols as well was one of the key things. that we put in place. The Wildco Sun was the second property in Sun International to set up a vaccination site in partnership with the government. First, to ensure that there's access to vaccine for our staff and for the community, which gives our customers more confidence in us, knowing that our staff are vaccinated and we are safe, and the interaction with us is pretty much safe. And we were the first hotel or resort to appoint what we call it COVID police or COVID marshals, where we appointed staff members just looking after, make sure people are sanitizing, the social distancing, people are wearing masks properly, and so forth. So yes, that came with additional cost to operations, because there's nothing that we thought we were gonna need, but we understood that this is more important than the cost, and we put it in place in all critical areas, where people can feel safe, knowing that everyone is wearing a mask, and everyone is social distancing, sanitizing the way they should be. So that helped us a lot in terms of putting our customers' mind at ease in terms of health and safety. That became the key to the business. People really changed the mindset when it comes to hotels. It was no longer about the doorman that opened the doors for you and people carry your bags and other things, the luxuries. It was being about how clean you are, how strict are you with your protocols of COVID, and we understood that, and then we put that in place, and it worked for us. Yeah, simply, I think I covered it on earlier. I think it's two things, our loyal customers and our staff. Having that base of staff that really understood the role and the cost, and having those customers that keep coming to us every time we open doors, that keep coming in, week out. So we run the highest occupancy in the hotel in Sun International. During the week and on weekends, we've been running an average of 85% occupancy, where a lot of the hotels are still struggling with 37, 50% occupancy. So we, and all of that, it's due to all our customers and our staff that looks after them when they get here, and then make sure they come back again. We engage a lot, we communicate a lot, and I think that's key. And we manage from the front, from management point of view. For anyone new that will know about the industry, they should know that it's fun, it's exciting. It's you connect with people, but yet you work long hours. It's not in the industry where you would work normal hours, the times where you do normal hours. So you need to be prepared to put in the hours, because there's an element of the office work that takes place, and there's an element of the hosting and the guest interaction that also need to take place. But it's also fun. I mean, certain things, and I always say to people, certain things that we do at work, we should be paying our employer for doing them, because it's exposed us to be hosting guests for great dinners, golf days, you name them, all the functions and the travels that comes along with the job. That's a nice part of it, and a lot of people sees the nice part of that. I think that's all that happens in the industry. This other stuff that happened behind the scene. I always say to people, people see what's in front of the curtain, because we all go, that's a show. You know, if you go to a theater show, you only see what's on stage, lights, smoke, mirrors, looks great. No one understands what goes on behind the scene. So, and that's the crucial stuff that makes the show to be successful. You know, that takes a lot of hard work. That takes a lot of commitment, and anyone that wants you know, to succeed from this industry, you know, it'll take people to go on a little bit extra mile. Volunteer, raise up your hand if there's projects that need to be done. If you know, if you're in a position to say, okay, can I try to give a go at it? Go for it, because that opens up your mind and gives you more opportunity to learn a little bit more about the industry. And the industry is huge. And when people talk hospitality, what comes to people's mind automatically is waitressing and chefing, receptions. There's more. I mean, we've got IT specialists, we've got lawyers in the industries, we've got accountants in the industries, we've got interior decorators in that serves the hospitalities, and you know, so there's a lot of other fields that actually support the industry, or that sits within the industry. Some of them are quite behind the scenes, where people will recognize, because they will see what's on the front of the curtains, where you see the chefs and the waitresses, the receptionists. But you've got, you know, very highly qualified people also behind the scenes that gets the engine going. So the opportunities in the hospitality industry, it's huge, and it remains the biggest employer, you know, in the country.